There are so many amazing videos out there that showcase whole house decluttering, and they are so inspiring, right? Whether it's a before and after picture or this transformation you see on a home makeover, they can be so motivating and inspiring. And we'll turn to our homes, we'll get excited for like a day or two, we'll declutter, we'll be like, yes, this is the year I am going to declutter and organize my life. And then guess what? A few days later, we're like, wah, wah, we've given up. And a big reason why is because of burnout. In fact, burnout is one of the most common reasons people stop decluttering. So let's dig into how you can create a declutter plan that is as stress-free as possible. Namaste. And what's really cool about these plans and strategies is that they work no matter how busy you are. So if you have a full schedule and a lot of responsibilities, or if you're balancing work and kids and all the stuff, you can still do these. How do I know? Because these are what I use to declutter my home as a busy, full-time working mom of 2 young kids. So the first thing we got to do to help you reach that finish line of decluttered home is to be more goal-oriented. If it's not written down, it is a wish. Simply thinking it or wishing it or willing it to be is not enough. And a lot of people do this in the new year or anytime they decide to declutter. They're like, oh, I'm going to declutter my house. And then nothing happens. And this, in my opinion, is crucial to success in any area of your life, whether it's your health, whether it's your home, whether it's your relationships, it doesn't matter. So with this in mind, I want you to take some time today, take like 5 minutes and set your goals and intention for the spaces in your home that you want to declutter. Now, if you have whole house clutter you are facing and a goal of yours is to declutter your entire home, that is great. But we need to break this traditionally overwhelming task, decluttering, into manageable, smaller, bite-sized tasks. And one of my favorite ways to do that, I've been using this acronym for years, is what's called SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. So SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So let's say you want to declutter your home office. A goal, I want to declutter my home office, could then get turned into, I will get rid of 10 sheets of paper from my office each day until I reach my goal of condensing all my paperwork into one filing cabinet, right? That's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. No matter how busy you are and no matter how cluttered your office is, start with 10 sheets of paper to get through that paper clutter. In 30 days, you'll have gotten rid of 300 pieces of paper. It adds up. Instead of decluttering your kitchen, your goal could be, I'm going to declutter 35 minutes a week, which is just 5 minutes a day. In my kitchen, I'm going to go cabinet by cabinet, and I'm going to finish one cabinet before I move into the next. My focus is going to be on decluttering, not organizing and not rearranging and moving stuff around until my kitchen feels good, until things are easy to locate, until I feel good about being in this environment. You get the idea. And setting these goals is where our brains are like, can I really make any progress with just 5 minutes of decluttering a day? And then our brains are like, no, probably not. And so then we don't do it. We have to get over our perfectionistic tendencies and this all or nothing mentality. I wholeheartedly understand it would all be great if we didn't have any responsibilities, we had all the time on the planet, and we can just spend an entire week or month simply decluttering and getting our home to a supportive, wonderful state. But it's not possible. So this is the way. This is the way to avoid burnout. 5 minutes a day. Honey, I promise you, you're not going to burn out with 5 minutes of decluttering your kitchen a day and getting rid of 10 pieces of paper. It's not going to happen. This is the path to success. One big one. If you declutter 10 minutes a day for a month, that's 5 hours. With any goal in life, consistency is going to be one of the most important things. And it's so much easier to be consistent with smaller chunks throughout your week versus, hey, I'm going to declutter for 6 hours once a month. By the time that day rolls around, I promise you, you're going to have other things that have bumped up in priority on your to-do list. And decluttering is just an easy thing to kick down the road. So doing these smaller spurts, they add up, I promise you. And so many students of mine who've been with me through the years have begun to recognize this and realize that they wouldn't be at the finish line had they not changed their mentality and had they not done these shorter spurts and used these SMART goals for goal setting. Remember that decluttering a little a day helps keep the mountains of clutter away. We should put that on a bumper sticker. For those of you who are still on the fence about this, I want to share some really important benefits and highlight those of doing this strategy of a little bit a day. Number one is you always are going to make more effective and ruthless declutter decisions, aka let go of more, when you are doing these short spurts, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes here, versus sitting in your closet and committing to this 6 to 8 hour time frame. After like 30 minutes, our brains are done and we end up hanging on to too much, and we end up having to come back to the same closet, same spot over and over and over and re-declutter and re-declutter and re-declutter, because doing it that way is just so hard. Remember, decluttering, it's physically taxing, it's emotionally taxing, and it's mentally draining and taxing. So these shorter spurts really give us an edge on our ability to let go of more the first go around. And what's really cool about this is every time you are taking action a little bit day by day, you are actually building your confidence, you are building momentum, and you are creating this incredible self-improvement feedback loop, right? Taking action, even if it's 30 seconds or 5 minutes, you're taking action, and that makes you want to do more. And it really creates this incredible snowball effect for so many people. Another way to avoid burnout is to start doing clutter audits. Clutter audits are really just working decluttering into your normal everyday routine. These are really ideal for anyone, whether you've been decluttering for 10 years on and off, or whether you're just starting your journey. So clutter audits are typically done in conjunction with a household chore. So instead of decluttering feel like this entire separate activity, which can feel kind of mentally taxing for people and overwhelming, you actually merge it into the cleaning and chore process. So some examples could be when you are putting away clean dishes in your cabinets, that is an opportunity to look in the back of the cabinet before you put your clean dishes in front of it and go, you know what? I actually haven't used that coffee mug in 6 months, and that coffee mug has a chip on it, and that one I don't like. It was a well-intended gift from my mother-in-law, but I don't want it anymore, right? So you can get rid of 3 coffee mugs. How long did that take me? Less than 30 seconds. Every time you are doing chores is an opportunity to let go of these little bits, and they add up. Doing laundry is a great opportunity. If you are putting your clothes away, that's an opportunity to edit what's in your closet, edit what's in your dresser. Look at the stuff on the bottom of your dresser that's shoved in the back that hasn't seen the light of day for 6 months or a year or more. Those are the things you can easily take a few seconds and let go of. Same with kids' clothes. If you are coming home from work, taking your shoes off only to realize there's no spots left in the shoe bench, it's completely overfilled with shoes. There's too many shoes. Get rid of the old shoes that don't fit anymore. So take 20 seconds, go through the shoe bench, get rid of the stuff that doesn't fit anymore, that doesn't need to be there, that's not used regularly. Maybe it can live in your closet, or it just needs to be decluttered. I'm telling you, these changed my life. I do clutter audits at minimum on a weekly basis, and I'm not burnt out over here from doing 30 seconds here, 2 minutes there. Now, if you are really battling a lot of clutter, I would recommend to begin doing these daily, like ASAP. Another great opportunity is while you're brushing your teeth, right? We all brush our teeth for about 2 minutes. That's an opportunity to look at your makeup, look at things in your shower nearby, open up your bathroom vanity or your mirror, and get rid of expired products, things you don't use anymore, all the stuff. Another declutter strategy I swear by are these seasonal, what I call stuff audits. So seasonal stuff audits are exactly how they sound. So if you live in a climate like I do, I live in North Carolina where there are 4 seasons, then each time the weather changes, winter, spring, summer, fall, that is an opportunity I take to spend maybe an hour, usually less, on a Saturday or Sunday or any time, after the kids go to bed, where I will edit spaces that have a lot of seasonal items, which for a lot of people is typically clothing, shoes, entryways, even garages, right? Now, if you live in California or somewhere where it's beautiful all year round, I don't really feel bad for you, but just make sure to schedule these quarterly times. It's still a great edit session. And again, it's going to prevent clutter buildup from happening. Now, while these goals, plans, and strategies I've shared on this video are so important, I will say if there is one key to making lasting change and seeing lasting success without burnout, it really comes back to and boils down to what I call the 3 C's. Now, I've talked about one on and off throughout this episode and other videos before, and that is consistency. It is so important. And I always tell my students to choose whatever they can be consistent with more than strategy. It's more important. So don't choose a strategy because someone else does it or because an influencer works for her. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you if you can't be consistent with it. So use consistency as your marker for choosing what strategy to choose. The second C is community. I love this YouTube video community we are creating here on this channel, my podcast community if you listen there, and I also have lots of other communities very intentionally designed because communities help motivate us on those days we are feeling a little tired. We can literally borrow motivation from within people in our communities. Think about communities you might be involved in person or online. Maybe you are in a running group, or maybe you're in one of my declutter groups. for that reason, because seeing people's posts and seeing what they're doing and asking questions and getting feedback is so incredibly valuable and helps you continue to take action and build that confidence and keep that momentum going. And then the third C is coaching from yours truly, Coach Katie. And whether you are new to decluttering or been decluttering for a long time, I want to invite you to make this your best year ever. And I really want to implore you that it is possible to create a supportive, peaceful home that adds to your life, that supports you, just like a relationship can support you and lift you up throughout your days and through hard times. So can your home. It doesn't have to be the bane of your existence. It doesn't have to be overwhelming or frustrating. And so I want to invite you to my upcoming 14-day Clutter Crusher Challenge. By far, this is where most of my students who get the best results, this is where they start in their declutter journey with me. And each day for 14 days, you have one simple task to do for 20 minutes to get you closer to that home of your dreams that you love to spend time in. That means no more wasting time or brain power trying to figure out what to declutter, how to declutter, where to declutter. I give you everything you need in this 14 days to get you closer and get you out of overwhelm. Take it from my challenger, Kelsey, who shared with me that just 1 week into the 14-day challenge, she was able to sit with her 7-month-old twins for the first time since they were born and not be stressed about the state of her home. What do you think that's worth to Kelsey? This is huge. Or Stacy, who shared that both her and her husband are happier and that even just a few days into the challenge, they are feeling the impacts in various ways they weren't even expecting, including getting along better and less arguing over whose turn it is to do chores. And Stephanie here said the first training was worth the price of the entire challenge. She loved it and got incredible results. Remember that the last thing I want you to feel on this declutter journey is burnout. That's one of the major reasons you're decluttering in the first place, to avoid stress, not add more stress to your plate. And I promise you, if you get any value whatsoever from this channel and my videos, this 14-day challenge will truly make you unstoppable on your declutter journey. So sign up at the link below and I hope to see you there.